really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets called. And on this kind of board, like what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's gonna have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm gonna say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is gonna stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm gonna guarantee that's what he's gonna say. Very interesting though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there too. A lot of times the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold.
Yep.
Like he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draws. He's going to have king X. And we kind of, I mean, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets, and we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just spewing.
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It wouldn't be
I'm
a
already
quiz.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard.
Yes.
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
Right? But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak. Welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, you know, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
That's hilarious. And everybody's 14.
Nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
What the hell? Yeah, so imagine.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
Right. All right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about depipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options for 12 and 1,400. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on a site with these other crushers, you know, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. You know, Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. You know, remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, you know, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when you can get to the turn and there's an opportunity.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning game.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we cannot win. This is a pretty rough spot because
Damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol, you know.
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR gift.
$10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool because we have
Animal.
2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know,
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one. What up? We're back for a little worse for wear, but we're feeling all right. I was saying in my chat, last night was crazy. We guest streamed on the Global Poker site, or stream channel rather, shipped the tournament, took a third, won a bunch of money, won some sit and goes, finished half a bottle of Henny. Sheesh. Good Lord. And here we go. Here we go. And Six is coming in with the resub right out the gate. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Should be calling me any second now. How you guys doing? This is awesome Saturday. We're here. We're up on our sub goal. We're ready to learn. We are ready to learn. For those of you who are getting here for the first time, Ishflop, thank you for the follow. There he is. What's up, buddy?
my brother from another mother. What's good?
How you doing, man?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Yeah. So yeah, congrats on last night as well. I see you posting in the group chat. Life Heat. I see you. Love it.
We crushed it last night. It was fun.
Yeah, I had a bunch of. I got final table to 3K back to back to 4K. That 6 max.
Yeah.
Final table back to back nights.
Nice.
And then I got third in another 4K. So we
Yeah, it was nice for me, man. I couldn't lose last night.
think it was like 5 cashes, 3 podiums. I even played a couple of sit and goes to fill the time and won those. It was great. Finished half a bottle of Henny. Up at 8 a.m. to hang out with you. Look how we do.
Oh, let's do it. Yeah, I know, right? I was just up late as shit. Now we're back at it, man. Studying. What's up, boys out there? Good to see you guys. Dr. HJ, what's up? So yeah, let's take a look. You guys know the routine. We're gonna be here today, just going through some quizzes, going through some newer stuff, older stuff, talking some spots. Feel free to chat, pro. This is the time where if you're in Twitch chat right now, just posting up lurking, and you have an opinion about a hand, it is time to chat pro the fuck out of this stuff. So come on, boys.
Come on, chat pro. Come on. This is your
Come
moment.
on, chat pro. Come on. Yeah, we're here. You're allowed to just say what you think and tell me I'm an idiot. So it's fine.
For those of you guys new here, we do this stuff for the Pokercoaching.com website, Jonathan Little's coaching training site, where I create content, where Sixes creates content. We got coaches like Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Alex Fitzgerald, Tristan Wade, Acevedo, Lexi Gavin. I mean, a heap of knowledge here available to you. Exclamation point PC in my chat, exclamation point PC in Sixes chat. You will get a link. You can sign up for at least for free, 25 free quizzes, a bunch of homeworks, and some charts, and all that stuff available to you for absolutely nothing. If you want to go premium, there's now almost 700 quizzes and homeworks and all that good stuff. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, you're
that.
just if you study the game or care about the game at all, and you're not taking advantage of this, at least this free stuff, I don't know what you're doing. Like, it gives you something, a filler. You have your normal study routines, but to kill time, and you can just get in here and do some quizzes. There's shove charts, opening charts. We use it a lot when we study.
All we can do is lead you to the promised land.
Exactly. I mean, we go through this stuff a lot. So,
go.
All right, let's do it. I'm in this section already, just kind of skimming, seeing what's new.
Picked and everything.
Oh, nah. I am. I'm ready. You know me, man. This week, what have I done? How many times have I asked you to study this week?
Let's see. We studied Tuesday. We studied Wednesday. We studied Thursday. We tried to study yesterday, but I left you hanging.
I tried to study yesterday. Yes.
Here we are today. So this is day 4 of the week?
For me, I've been, I got it in Monday as well for me.
There you go.
Yeah, so every day, let's go, baby. Let's get better. Let's enjoy the game in the process.
We have 1 all in and 1 fold in the chat, by the way.
It must be Machine Gun Marlin out there. He's all in. I know that. I got to needle him.
He did say raise. Actually, you caught him.
Hell yeah, you caught him. He's always raising. All right. Let's see. I'm looking at here. I like right now this EPT 652.
Got it. Jonathan Little.
Yeah. I love it because I don't know. Have you been following the Prague at all? The EPT?
Not very much, to be honest.
I just watched. Yeah, they just hit the money. Had some time to watch yesterday while I was painting, and it was good.
I was actually excited. I was flipping through the channels the other day, and Poker Masters was on TV, and they weren't only showing the Hold'em; they were showing all the events. And so I got caught up watching poker on TV for the first time in like 5 or 6 years. Like, it's been forever since I've watched something that like wasn't the normal main event coverage. You know what I mean?
Right.
Felt good, man. Felt like the old days. I used to love that stuff.
Ooh. I know that's what I get when I feel like I watch some of this EPT stuff. I do enjoy the coverage. I enjoy Stapes. He does give me a laugh here and there, but
he's good.
Someone also said 659 is one they want to see, but let's look at this Ace-4 because this is some kind of weird spot I would put myself in. I can see it already. And
I'll write that one down. We'll do that one next.
All right, we'll do that one next, buddy. Never mind, that's cash. Oh, it is cash.
You can look at it if you want. I don't care.
No, it's not cash. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we looked at that already. Yeah, we've already looked at 659 last week, buddy, or something like that. I remember it.
Is that the one that was mislabeled cash for Matt Affleck or something?
Yep. We looked at that last week.
I do remember that one.
All right, cool. Let's do this EPT 2K.
Cool. Let's do it.
Here we have Ace-4 offsuit on the button in a $2,000 buy-in European Poker Tour event, playing 200 big blinds deep. Should we fold, call, raise to 200, or raise to 300?
Well, that was easy. What do I have?
All right. Easy spot. What are you guys doing on the button here? I know what I'm doing online, but this is live, and I think you may do something else.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What am I doing here? Folded him on the button.
Yeah, this is live EPT. So
Cool.
I know what I'm doing online, and I know what I should. I mean, he probably wants to do live.
I see both my online answer and my live answer. For those of you who are new, like we said before, get in the chat. Let me know what you would do. You see the options on the screen. Fold call, raise to 200, a little min raise, or raise to 300. And I already have a min raise and 300. Oh, someone split the difference going 250. Getting cray-cray.
I probably like the 250 the best, but I mean, if this was online, I'm going 2. In this live situation, I can see him just going 3. Especially he has someone labeled as a kid, and I think his label for a kid, if we're trying to, go a little bit deeper, he's probably going to have him a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more likely to 3-bet, so he wants to go a little bit larger to dissuade that.
Yeah, generally speaking, when we're like over 100 bigs deep, we should go be bigger than main. I, like you, am minning always online, and live I'm going 250 like some of you guys. And
yep.
And then this one he's going to go 300. We know he's going to go 300.
Yeah, I feel like it's you just took the words right out of my mouth.
Dave says 300 or fold. No, fold.
Fold.
You can't fold
Stop
an
it.
ace on the button. We got the best
Think about how much of
table
your
on the
raise.
bet with an ace. Oh.
Yeah, we can't be folding an ace on a button. I mean, if we're just folding this on the button this deep, think about what our range is. I mean, I think if we got Fedor and Stefan Sontheimer or something, we still got an open,
Yeah, I don't care who's in the blinds. I'm opening an ace on the button.
Yep.
I got position.
Exactly.
Yeah. A bunch of 300s in the chat. Cool. Shout outs. What's up, Pete? Love Poker in there. What's up, guys? And 300. Let's roll.
All right, let's do it. 300 it is. Session went good, man.
This is a great spot just to make a very standard raise. 300 is perfectly fine, perfectly viable. If somehow you just knew you were going to be getting 3-bet a ton, I mean, maybe you could fold, but you have to think that your opponents are particularly aggressive and very, very tough to play against. Ace X on the button is just basically always good enough to raise. So we do raise it up to 300. You don't want to make it 200 because if you make it 200, you have no fold equity at all. And you don't mind fold equity. Even when you're playing very deep stacked, I realize 150 chips is not a lot when we're 20k deep. But if it's if making it 200 results in you getting action all the time with a marginal hand.
Lies, Dave. I've seen what you call my raises with.
The button will be a lot of marginal hands. You don't really want that. But if you make it 300, you have a lot more fold equity. That's usually just going to be a little bit better. So anyway, we make it 300. Small blind calls. Flop comes queen, 8-2, and the opponent checks. Should we check? Bet 200, bet 400, or bet 600?
There we go. Easy game.
Easy game, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
See better know. What do you guys think? Pete, Mad Dog, JPG, Matt, what you guys doing out there? Love.
Hey, good morning, Noisy Mind.
Love or leave?
What are you doing in this spot? We got a 300, we got a 200. Dr. HJ says 3. Drenning says 2. What do you guys think? And get in there, boys.
Joe out there getting 600 to try and get a fold.
Ooh, we got a 400 in here now.
Ooh.
Dr. HJ's cheating. There is no 300. No cheating.
I got a 600 and a 400.
I haven't seen one check. Every single person is betting. A small blind, call blind.
600 from Jay. 400, 600. I got 2 600s and 4 400s. Nobody checked. Oh, Cyrus is checking. I take it back.
Okay, we got one check. Yeah, we got a 200, a 400, a 200, a 300, a 200. Michael says 200. For the good, thanks for that follow, buddy. I didn't say that. He says 200. And Dr. HJ says check this board. This board's pretty wet. It's a small blind call range. What portion of his range is really going to fold here? We block some of the ace highs. He's going to have under pairs. Maybe we delay c-bet this if he checks twice. I mean, of course we can just go small, but the blind ranges are different in my opinion. When a small blind calls as opposed to the big blind, I think he's going to have more playable hands.
Yeah, I mean, he should have a stronger range defending the small and big because he's not obligated to call, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's going to have more hands with playability. Queen I, Queen X smacks a lot of symmetry hands. We don't have a club either. I don't know if I hate delay c-bet here, honestly.
Not me. I'm betting for sure. Because he's
I'm
got
a
like shit I'm gonna be able to put pressure on. There's a lot of good cards on the turn that
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
be
if
able
we
to
bet
barrel. If he's
here,
got a pair of sevens, pair of nines, pair of fives, pair of sixes, something like that, we're gonna put a lot of pressure. I get value from things like Jack 10 with a club.
we don't need to use a big size either because the plan here is probably going to be use a lot of cards on the turn to double barrel,
Yep.
put a lot of pressure on missed draws and under pair. So we go 200 here and we use good turn cards as barrels and occasionally get him to fold something like King Jack, King 10 off or suited that doesn't connect with this.
James says not betting to give up easily 600. So here's the deal: like if you had ace queen here, no clubs, right? And you want to bet to get value from all those things, and I would go bigger there and then go bigger on the turn as well for value. Here, when I'm
Right.
bluffing, like I'm gonna go kind of small to see if I can get it done cheap, and then if I can't and get a good bluff card on the turn, then I'm going to, really make it hurt. So that's kind of how I would approach it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm c-betting here a lot. Like, we have a marginal. I mean, it's going to be hard to get to showdown with this hand and win. It's going to have better ace highs, under pairs, hands we could have just put pressure on.
Also, when we check, we're basically giving up the hand because we're
Yes.
opening the door for them to just bet turn. And now we're out here with ace high, no hand, no information, no draw, no nothing.
Yeah, and then it's going to be a lot. It's going to be difficult to call ace high, but we can barrel like a 3, a 5, an ace, a king,
A club.
a club. Yeah. But we're not blocking any of his continuing range. Nope. Exactly. But I don't think the goal would be to block his continuing range. Personally, I feel like this is going to be him continuing a whole lot, and I would like to delay c-bet if he checks twice and turn my hand into a bluff on river as well versus some of his range. The check calls turn. So I think that's a viable line as well, but I could see the bet line.
Yeah, I mean, size-wise, I actually think I would go 300 in game. Here I'm kind of leaning toward 200 since I think I can get it done pretty cheap.
Right.
Ron says, wait a sec. You said small blind range. You're saying that he called from the small blind just to defend his money pre. What about our range? So in game we would bet 325, but 200 now. Yeah. So I'm saying that our range is pretty wide. We're raising from the button, so it's between 60 and 80%, depending on what we think of our opponents, I would say. And then the small blind defending range is much tighter than the big blind defending range because they're not.
So you know what that means? Who has the range advantage on this board? Small blind.
Sure.
Small blind has the range advantage.
But I have position and initiative, so.
Yeah. All right. You're gonna go 200. I'm gonna try check.
F dude. So we got lots of big. If we have to bail on 20, absolutely, we're super deep.
Everybody else is betting, and me and Dr. HJ are checking. So let's see what happens.
All right, let's find out what happens.
I think it's 200. In game, I'd probably go 200 because I think people overfold, but we'll see. All right.
When the small blind calls, small blind should have a lot of decent big cards. And you want to ask, how does Queen 8-2 line up with decent big cards?
I can't hear it.
Think about it, actually lines up pretty well. The only hand that the opponent can have,
Oh.
the only hands the opponent can
Here,
have,
I'm sorry.
not
Here.
loving it here, are King 10, King Jack, King 9 type hands. And even then, some of those are going to have a flush draw or a backdoor flush draw, right? So in this scenario, we don't really have a lot of fold equity. If we are going to bet, we probably want to be betting using a large-ish size, like 400. But I really
Hold
don't
on
think
for
we
the
need
Gouda.
bigger. So let's just check and realize we're probably not putting
Answer
money
was
in this one
check.
unless the opponent acts really
Check.
weak or we improve.
We check back this board.
So turns an ace, and now the opponent bets 600 into us. Should we fold, call, raise to 1,500, or raise to 2,100?
Interesting. We got a bunch of calls coming into the chat. Joe says, no wonder I lose. A bunch of chips. Let me let this cat out real quick while we wait for sixes. I think he was having some audio problems.
All right, we're good. We're good.
Wow, man. I'm surprised that betting was so few points.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it really comes down to, hey, good morning, my man. Good to see you, BQ. I would say it really comes down to where range advantage lies.
Agreed.
And we made a good point while kind of going through that hand is how wide we're opening and then how tight he's calling from that spot. And I think our C bet isn't going to work versus damn near any, like his pocket sevens with the club are never folding to your C bet.
Agree, but
I mean,
how about
we
when we know the ace is coming on the turn?
I mean, when you have toe equity, I mean, anything is possible. You can do whatever
That's
the fuck
right.
you want. You can
Just
bet every
fire.
street. You can overbet any. You can do whatever you want when you got toe equity.
Fair.
Yeah. So yeah. But I really like the check line there. Unless we can just run somebody over and we can exploit the fact that they're gonna call and check fold too often on future streets that we plan on betting. But here, I think we just, even though I don't see a purpose in raising, we're gonna get better to call and worse to fold.
Yeah, Martin said the same thing. Just calling here. We have better aces or pocket. Absolutely. I wouldn't click back, Mad Dog, because again, like we're only getting called by better, and worse is always folding, and we might be just dead here. But
Right.
we have too good of a hand. We have top pair, so we have to call.
Yeah, I think call. And good morning, Jean Paul. Do these quizzes always go to the river? I would say a majority of the time, yes, but it's situationally. So sometimes the situation will call us making a decision point on the turn, flop turn, which are interesting. So yeah, it doesn't always go to the river, but it's always very interesting decision points throughout points in the hand, where we get graded for our decisions. Um, don't you have a kicker problem? Yeah, so we can't fold. I don't think that's going to be lead us to betting and then getting some pretty honest responses. That would be kind of interesting, but I don't know. Our hand needs some protection, so does it make sense to raise small?
No,
No, I think we just call.
we have a pocket tool. We have a showdown value hand, a weak marginal top pair. We need to treat it as
Yeah.
such and get to river.
I was just trying to play devil advocate because you throw these out here and I see people maybe debating in their head. I just think we just need to be calling here for sure. But yeah, we do have a kicker problem, but he could also be turning a queen X, king, queen with the king of clubs into a bet now or something.
Yeah, there's a couple of people that are saying, what about a fold? I just don't think we could ever fold top pair to one bet. Like, am I folding by river? Maybe. I mean, if he bets 600 here and then goes like 2/3 pot on the river, he might be able to get me to fold, especially this deep. But like
Yeah.
here, I can't fold for one bet with top pair. Like, I just can't. Your hand's just too good.
Nah,
And we
BQ.
checked in this scenario, right? So like we opened the door for this to happen. We just can't.
Right. Someone says Queen X, he would bet the flop. I don't think he dunk leads out into a razor
Right.
pre-flop with the Queen X. He probably checks his entire range. So let's go ahead and call and move
Yeah, he
on.
checks his entire range expecting a c-bet out of the bus, and when he doesn't get it, that's cool. But then if he has a queen, he's never going to check the queen expecting a c-bet from us and then donk lead an ace. That's the worst card in the deck for him, really. One of them. So, like,
So this is
this
it's
is
kind
very
of
few
tricky.
queens, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see if Jonathan decides.
Jade has a valid question. Are we playing on ACR or a different site?
This is EPT.
Is that Jade?
I get it. Yeah, we're probably drawing dead.
All right, we're just going. Let's go.
Let's do it.
This is a rather weird scenario because the ace should be way better for me than for my opponent, I think. And that's just because the opponent will 3-bet a lot of their best aces, and their bad aces, I mean, maybe they 3-bet bluff those. So, I mean, maybe if the opponent has something like ace 10 or ace 9 or ace jack, perhaps they could have those hands, but we block that and there's, one on the board, so it's just kind of unlikely, right? So, given the opponent's using a large sizing, this also generally screams a polarized range. And what is a polarized range on this board? Well, it's going to be 2-pair or better, including sets and flushes, or probably the king of clubs. Maybe something like jack of clubs, like jack 10 with jack of clubs. But, jack 10 offsuit may just 3-bet pre-flop as well. So it's kind of already becoming a pretty scary scenario, even though the opponent made it went check on the flop and the opponent bet the turn. Because I think I should just have way more aces in my range than the opponent, which means, like, whenever the opponent's leading or betting in a spot where the other person should have the range advantage, that is usually a sign of extreme strength. Or at least polarization. Now, it's tough to say whether or not the opponent realizes that. Maybe the opponent's just betting because he thinks he has the best hand with like ace X, but who knows? It's always tough to assume what the opponent knows, and clearly we don't here. That said, we have top pair. Probably don't want to fold top pair, so we're going to call. If we do raise, we will definitely find out where we stand a lot of the time. The problem, though, is that if we raise, the opponent may just re-raise with the king of clubs, which would be awful, because I would have to fold, and I don't really want to fold. So we call. River's a queen, and now the opponent bets 1,100. Wow. Should we fold, call, raise to 2,600, or raise to 3,600?
Wow. This sucks.
I hate this, man.
It sucks.
I'll tell you what, I have been overcalling this spot too much.
I've been known to fold this spot. I feel like
you say you overfolded.
I've been known to fold this spot here. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been overcalling it, and I could see a fold for
I just
sure.
don't know what.
Somebody says all in.
Whoa.
That has to be a troll.
We don't even beat other aces. Yeah, man. Like, I think Jonathan's going to call here because I don't see him folding top pair very much. But, I mean, he led into us twice.
I mean, we know a lot of the times hands have to keep bluffing. He probably doesn't think we check a queen X. Maybe. I don't know. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't think he's got a lot of queens, but I think he's got a shitload of better aces and flushes.
So he would have to be flatting from the small blind. We got to think about what his better aces are. So we're just banking on him flatting with ace 9, ace 10, ace jack, ace 8. Mm-hmm. We chop with everything else. We could have some chops. He could just have the king of clubs that bluffs again. He certainly is checking back some queen X, but how many of those are leading into us? Could have had a flush draw, some king 10 of clubs, king jack of clubs that are now betting twice for value. This is very interesting. I would lead. I don't know. What hand do we beat? He says. What are we actually beating? Yeah, we beat like king jack with the king of clubs, jack 10 with the jack of clubs, king 10 with the king of clubs.
A bunch of folds and then like
sheesh.
2 cry.
Yeah, we just have. Yeah, this is. Oh, it's definitely a bluff catcher. Oh man. Comes down to this. I got a perfect score. God damn it. All right, boys. I don't know if I can rely on the chat for this one. This is big.
This is big. This is too much of a moment.
I'm scared to put it in somebody else's head.
This shit got serious.
Yeah.
I think I would be folding here a good amount.
And his size isn't even polarizing. It looks just straight value-y. I feel like we're folding. I need to be folding this spot more. I've called way too much. I think he has way more value hands. It's not than bluffs. He has way more value combos than bluffs. If we add in flush draws as well, if we add in some hands that make a flush to just go bet, some queen X,
right?
Yeah, and better ace X, and then his few bluffs. Yeah.
The thing is like the better ace X betting river or check calling river.
Damn it, man. I think I'm a fold.
We check flop, so we don't have any queens in our range.
Right. He think we'd be betting a queen X for protection. Would he turn a hand under pair into a bluff for 2 streets? I don't think so, man. When we call turn, we have to have some strong hands, and he still. This looks like a value bet size. I'm folding. I don't want to. I'm trying to still think if we can find a call, but I'm trying to play like it's bluff combos.
Turn, we have a good club, and a lot of aces, and he's still firing to just get our bare clubs to fold. Like he's folding. He's not trying to fold out an ace, right? No one's betting here to try and fold out an ace. That's a tough.
I mean, we can think about the price we're getting as well. Getting like 3-1. We beat some bluffs. We chop sometimes as well.
What do we chop with? We chop with
ace 5, ace 4,
ace 7 and under,
ace 3, ace 7 and under. Yeah, ace 7 and under. Certainly some ace 7 of hearts, ace 6 of hearts, ace 5 of hearts. All hands he made flat and not 3-bet. So we got chop outs there. I'm just thinking about the price as well on top of that. You know, is this too? Are we getting too much of a price? 3-1. Ugh. I find myself calling this spot way too much online.
Yeah, I would have bet flop, check back turn, check call river in game.
Hmm.
A little cleaner for me.
Yeah.
Marlon says run. Mad Dog
Can't
says that's why
call.
you and I make final
Make
tables
a
because he's
flush
calling
by
this.
fold. We can make a
And
four.
we're not.
Oh, this guy is insane. Can't call. We can make a flush fold by shoving. Just shove.
What? You
Damn,
ain't
this chat's going.
ever getting a flush fold. Nah,
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, I mean, this is the 2K, but still.
I don't give up. Rebuy. You're never getting
Yeah.
a flush to fold. Never, never, never.
All right, boys, it's caller folds. I really want to fold, but I'm starting to lean towards call seeing the price.
I'm gonna vote because that's what most of the army's doing, and I kind of agree. But I can see Jonathan calling too.
All right, let's just do it. I'm folding. Let's go.
Right.
I have to do it.
This is another kind of weird spot where
Super close.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on because the opponent should not bet the turn with a queen, right? So if the opponent's not betting the turn with a queen and they have an ace, if they have an ace, they probably shouldn't be betting the river all that often. That said, maybe if they did have ace king or ace jack, they could value bet the river. But it's not very many combinations of hands, right? So this is one of those weird spots where if you look at this hand just purely at face value, like what is happening here, it looks like the opponent's trying to get called by my obvious ace, right? Opponent bet kind of big on the turn. I call the turn. Clearly, I have either a good draw or an ace or a queen, right? If I have an ace or a queen, the opponent has to think I'm going to call. And if I have king high, I'm going to fold. So that means the opponent either has this like jack 10 as a bluff, but again, a lot of those probably 3-bet pre-flop or fold, or I just have an ace that's not going to fold. And the opponent made a bet size that I think looks very callable. So from that point of view, it seems like this is incredibly value heavy. That said, I do have an ace, and I'm a big fan of calling. We may actually decide to bluff here. I do think this is right on the cusp of callability. I don't want to make it sound like this is an easy call or an easy fold, because it's not. I generally lead towards calling in tournaments, especially early in tournaments, because you get information, and you already let people know, hey, I'm not the person you want to be bluffing, because I will call down. Given this is on the cusp between calling and folding, it may be a bluff, but a potential bluffing hand because we block ace queen, and we block ace queen basically. However, I don't think this is the best raising hand. I think you'd much rather have something like, well, the king of clubs would be a nice one. If we had a queen, we would probably just call, so having a queen's irrelevant. So I guess maybe an ace is a relevant card, and like king of clubs or maybe jack of clubs or 10 of clubs are all relevant cards. We do have an ace. If we had ace jack though or ace king, we would obviously just call. We wouldn't fold ace jack or ace king. So anyway, I don't know what we're supposed to do here. I could definitely go either way between calling and folding. I do think calling's my default. When people take weird lines, either it's just super nut heavy or super bluffy, and if it's 50-50, then we have a very easy call, right? Because we're getting pot odds. This time I do call.
What's he got? Is he bluffing?
And I guess the opponent mucked. Weird line.
You love to see it.
Yeah, so really tough. Folding not a mistake by any stretch of the imagination. And JL just sticky. He doesn't fold top pair. Like, I get it. But Cyrus says he's guessing he had an 8. I don't know why an 8 would fire the ace and then turn it into a bluff on the river. Seems really
Nah, he had like king 10 or something. I would
king 10 with a club or something.
Yeah, he was just going for it, like just trying to make us fold out something he might.
Right. Jave, you weren't wrong, buddy. You weren't wrong. Fold, I don't think fold was the wrong answer here too. I think the fold here is totally fine.
That was good though. That was a nice little warm up.
Yeah.
What was your score there? I was -2.
I got 2 on a flop.
Oh wow, he thought that was a 2 to go small.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so connected that if we are going to bet with those ranges, our value range would probably go a little bit bigger, figuring it can get called pretty wide.
Yeah, it's also kind of hard. Like, being results oriented, like I said, I bet flop, check back turn with showdown value, shit kicker, and then check call river. And it's easier to play, right?
Yeah, he just made more taking his line. He got a big bet on the turn and a nice side value bet on the river.
You got a hard decision on the river, though. I like keeping it easy.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of Henny and I play a lot of tables.
Right. Somebody asked, "Are we keeping score?" What we do is we kind of just have a little friendly challenge where we keep track of who wins the most quizzes, and we give the other chat a $10 free roll or $10 giveaway for the winning members chat. So get in there, boys. Help me out, boys. Metalhead, thank you for that follow. Let's do it. So what's next?
Let's go back to the lobby, see what happens. Jay, calling was not wrong. Calling was 10 points. Folding was 8. So folding was not wrong either. It was super close. If it's 50-50, shouldn't both scores be a 10? Fair. 1 is slightly better. All right, so we did JL. I'm trying not to pick Matt Affleck because you make fun of me for going with him so much.
I love Matt. Nah, it's good. I love Matt's game.
Cool. Let's pull in some of these blanks here. What about 638?
638. What are we looking at? Day 1 with aces. I can look at aces all day, man. I can look at aces all day. Let's do it.
Oh, that might be a broken one. Nope, there it is. Just
No, yeah, it took a while.
All right, let's play. Let's find out what happens. Hey, what's up, Poker? Good to see you, man.
All right, another hand from the Win 600. We have aces on the button. We raise to 300. Big blind calls. Big blind is a tighter recreational player. I didn't put that in the replayer, but I'm perceiving him to be on the tighter side, but don't know a ton about him yet. He's definitely a recreational, so doesn't have as solid fundamentals. Jack 7-5 rainbow. And this player leads out for 700. Should we fold?
All right.
Call. Raise to 2,500.
Uh-oh, we get to punish someone.
Catching up here.
We get to punish guys. This is fun. We get to destroy somebody. Oh, I look forward to these spots. I'm always like, yes. So how are we going to punish this man?
Does your quiz look weird? Does it say call, raise 25, and then raise 17?
Yes. Mine says fold, call, 25-17.
It's a weird order.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah. Why is the big size in the middle?
I don't know, but that's the size I'm taking.
I mean, yeah, bet the nuts, right? This is, I mean, yeah.
Super
Someone
deep.
says 17. I want to use a big size. If you're willing to do this, yeah. Somebody says slow play and call.
Oh, no.
I do not.
Oh.
I do not like a slow play here.
I don't like a slow play ever.
Well, just think about it, BQ. Like, I mean, at least in my perspective of it is like, if he's willing to put a lot of money in and start leading here with any of his draws or Jack X, there could be action killing cards on the turn, and he may only start putting in a lot of money once he actually is improved to a hand that beats yours. We likely have the best hand, and he might be willing to call off with his draws or his Jack X now, where turns can get pretty bad for it. So I'm definitely raising.
Yeah, I got a couple 17s, a couple 25s. Yeah, probably 17 is just too small. Like, why am I clicking this back? If he's got a jack, he's going to call 2,500. If he's got 6-8, he's going to call 2,500.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
If he's got bullshit, he's going to fold no matter what the size. So go get that value, man.
He said, I mean, if he's leading pot into you with the set from the big blind, just God bless you. Here's my stack. I mean, you got me. And then I happen to have aces at that time. I guess you run better than anybody in the world. Like, because we got to, rebuy. I mean, what do you want me to do if he has a set here?
Yeah.
Oh, you're back. All right. So, yeah, I'm raising to 2.5.
So instead of pot building, yeah, but like I said, they're going to call, all the hands are going to call for 1,700. They're going to call for 2,500.
All right, cool. I'll come eat some sushi in a few. Go. All right.
You say sushi? It's 10 a.m.
Yeah, my kids went. Oh well, it's noon here. My the grandparents took the kids to have some sushi, and they brought a bunch back. My son loves it.
I like sushi in general, just not after drinking all night and then 10 a.m.
Henny and sushi.
Henny and sushi. I'm down for Henny and sushi at 10 at night. right, let's raise this one and see what
I
happens.
mean, yeah, I don't see. I'm always just bombing this, but we'll
Me too.
see.
Even though this is a tighter player, it's still recreational, and we want to start getting money into the pot here with aces. We need protection. There's a lot of straightening cards on the turn, and we want to get as much money in against a jack before like a queen or a king rolls off or an ace. So I think we have a mandatory raise here. I like raising to 2,500, a little over 3.5x. Sets us up for good turn and river bet sizes. 1,700 seems small. We're not going to be having to make a mistake calling with like 9-8 or anything like that then. So, yeah, pretty easy raise to 2,500. Villain calls 9 of clubs on the turn. He checks. Should we check? Bet 2,500, bet 3,600, or bet 5,000?
This is a little trickier. Guys.
I mean, 10-8 with the gut shot
And
got there.
6-8
Just
get there.
6-8 gets their hands like Jack 9. I'm betting. What is it? Do we bet check? Do you bet check fold? Bet
Do you
fold?
bet fold?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Right. So for that reason, I think I'm leaning toward check, but part of me wants to bet here as well. Because but getting raised on that card sucks.
Yeah, it really does. Omni Slasher, thank you for that follow. So, we got 3.6K, 3.6K. For the Gouda says 3.6. HJ says 3.6, and Journey says 2.5.
My big problem is that everything got there except for a jack, and God. I got a 36, a 25. Hooker says 5K. Shut it down early. Avoid seeing river. Board getting wet. 2,500 fold to a jam from beats. He has a ton of draws here as well, bluffs, etc. Except the draws, all the obvious draws got there now.
We're just 6-8, right? Is one.
10. Actually,
10-8.
2/3 and call a raise. Maybe
With the
like,
gut
what about
shot?
8-10 of spades, 8-10 of clubs, 8-10 of diamonds?
Is this guy really gonna lead out 6-8? I mean, fuck that. I'm raising. I think I'm going 2.5K or 3.6K, and then if he jams over that, I feel like we're missing value if we check as well. And I think our hand is no longer a 3-street hand on a lot of runouts.
Fair.
So I want to bet here. Still continue to get value from a Jack X. And then, make decisions on rivers and probably check a lot.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, good to see you, buddy. Still looking at Queen 10, Jack 10, King Queen, and King 10. Except those hands don't. Some of those hands, Matt, don't lead for pot and then call a 3-bet. Like King Queen, King 10, Queen 10, never lead for pot and call the 3-bet. They lead. If they lead for pot, they're folding to the 3-bet, right? 5K strong pro betting, and if you still call, it's a bit suspicious. Clubs pick up back door. We don't block. Yeah. So I think you convinced me to bet. I think I'm going 36. 5K seems a little too much. 2,500 definitely, in my opinion, too small. Has a lot more outs get there.
Is it?
Lots more draws get there.
Do you think Matt uses this as a bluff catcher? It just feels like so many more cards get worse for us on rivers, but we can use this as a bluff catch and then just check call any bet on the river.
Yeah, I'm betting
Give
this
him
in game. Like, I'm definitely betting 3,600 here in game. If he checks here, I kind of get it because all the draws got there.
No, but yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, would it make more sense to just use this as a bluff catcher? And on rivers, we can just call any bet, and then if he checks, we can decide to bet in some cases.
Yeah, it's one of those weird spots. Like, we check here, call any river bet, or we bet here, check back any river.
Well, we bet here, it opens up the action. Opening up the action again and getting jammed on with one pair when he has all the straight draws and some weird 2-pair combos feels horrible.
It does.
I think I'm leading towards a check and turn my hand into a bluff catcher. Considering we can't call check shoves, and if we do, we're going to be at best looking at something like King Jack to just spazzed out. Oof, I talked myself into some check.
That's funny because you talked me into betting and then talked yourself.
I know.
See the leveling game we got going on at this stage?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's compelling.
This fool is talking himself into checking while simultaneously talking me into betting.
leveling him to get these better scores.
That's right.
I know what I'm really doing. I'm just leveling you. This is all about. All right. I can see either. I think the equity between both decisions might be close, but
I do
maybe
too.
is better with aces here. So let's do it.
I'm betting 3,600.
Yep.
Interesting turn card is now the 10-8 and 6-8 straights get there, but also like his 10-9 and 9-8s also pick up a pair. Just over 2-1, not even 2-1 stack to pot. So I think we just need to go with aces here. I mean, as in we're betting and not really folding. He could have like queen jack of clubs, 7-6 of clubs, etc. Probably doesn't have 10-8 suited very often. Bet calling the flop, but probably for sure has all the 6-8 suited and maybe 6-8 off. So yeah, I like betting 3,600. He has a lot of hands he can call with here. I don't hate betting 5,000, but it's just a little like awkward stack size wise. So that's why I prefer the 3,600. But betting bigger is fine as well. We do bet 36. Our opponent folds, and we take down the pot.
Your spot. Bang.
Bang bang. All right, cool. I hit 36. It makes sense. I don't know. I was thinking, but it doesn't make sense. The board just gets worse for us, and we allow him to improve, or we could just still get value from enough Jack X. And the only real combo we're worried about is some weird 6-8 that took this line, and that should be rare, right?
Yep.
Like it should be super rare for him to do that. But I like in these quizzes to play devil's advocate. And, I'm always thinking out loud with my thought processes, and I try to show merit for both, and then make whatever one makes the most sense. Go with that one.
Yeah, it helps. Like sometimes some people ask me sometimes like, how do you focus and all these kind of things, and I'm lucky I stream, so I can, I'm always talking my stuff out loud. But I suggest some people when you're playing, like you're playing in a room by yourself, who cares if you look crazy? Talk that shit out loud. A lot of times when you hear it out loud, you're like, wait, that doesn't sound right.
Right.
This sounds
right. Yeah, I mean, before I was even streaming, I would have friends over and watch play. So my wife is like, "You've been doing this shit, this kind of talking to yourself." And I do it even when I'm sitting by myself watching TV. And I used to play off stream. It's like talking through the decisions, kind of about life. It's most like you've been doing this for so long, like already, like in front of friends and stuff. So it's easy and it helps with the thought process.
I owe you a debt of gratitude, buddy. Holden Nut says, "Don't forget to thank Sixes for talking me into the 3,600 bet. Thank you for the 10 points."
Haha, good job. Good job, guys.
Cool. It's your turn. We're whizzing through these quizzes now. That was only a two-parter, though. That one was easy.
Yeah, that one was easy. Oh, God. Did we fuck our brains up, man? I mean, we go through a rotation. I need once a day. Once a week, I need to... I need an aside. But his quizzes volume is always so low, man. What sites and stakes do you play? American sites, and I play, I would say, mid stakes and some high stakes tournaments here and there as well. But I would say mostly mid stakes with some high stakes on the Sundays. Always playing 1 and 200s, 300s on Sundays.
Yeah, I play on all the American sites as well. Anything from some select $5 buy-ins and then $11 all the way to 200.
Yeah. But I'm thinking about playing tonight because I feel sick in the head again, so we'll see what happens. I'm still looking through these.
I'm having a bunch of people. Justin's coming to hang out at my house tonight. We're going to watch some UFC.
You guys should stream it.
We should stream it? We can't stream the UFC part, but we can stream the hangout.
That'd be sweet.
Machine Gun's coming over. Justin's coming over. It's going to be fun.
All right, let's go
you gotta move here.
I'm sorry. I'm going through this. Let's go with the this King Jack and this $1,000 live tournament. It's early. Maybe we should get something shallower stack. We've been going with all these super deep spots. Okay. 2-4 Sunday. We've already done that. Damn it.
I see 40 bigs. I see. There's not a lot of rejam quizzes, huh? Maybe we need to make some rejam quizzes.
I'm down with that. We found some tough spots in some of these. We've been looking at this week ourselves.
I see a heads up with 40 bigs and a $10 MTT with a Sassionado.
I'm sorry, this is taking too long, guys. I'm trying to find something. Alex related. All right, let's do it.
I
Final
see,
three.
I see Jonathan
591.
with 25. Well, that's 63 bigs. My bad.
All right, let's go to 591. Final three in a $10 tournament. This is going to be applicable to a lot of people in this chat.
We already took this one,
In
but I
these
don't remember
chats.
it. We'll take it again.
Oh, no. You might have taken it. I haven't taken it, but that's fine. That's fine.
I don't remember it if you want to take it again.
All right, let's do it. It's gonna come back to you, and you're gonna. Do you see your scores though?
Yeah, but I don't know what my answers were. Right, like I see the points, but I don't see what the selection was.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. All right, we good? We're gonna do
Yeah,
it.
we're good. Go. Sorry.
So in this hand, you're in the final three of a $10 tournament on a large international site. You and everybody here have fought down from 2,000 plus players to take the grand prize. You have ace-3 of diamonds in the big blind. It's folded to the small blind. The small blind limps in. The small blind has been kind of a skittish rag. He clearly knows his ranges. When you push back, though, he's not liked it, but he hasn't done much about it. He has raised or folded here every single time the entire final table. You have 8.3 million every time it's been folded in the small blind. He's done one of those two options. This is his first limp. The blinds are 90K, 180K with a 20K ante. Here, do you want to check? Do you want to raise to 360? Do you want to raise to 400? Or do you want to raise to 480?
You know what's funny? I vaguely remember this hand now.
I mean, these Alex ones are just too low. Let me hold on.
You know where's?
Dude, yeah, I think we're gonna have to do. We can't do these quizzes. Like I keep getting volume issues from Chad every time we do an Alex one.
Okay.
I mean, what do you guys think? You want to try to navigate through this, or should we just go to it? Yeah, they can't hear it. I'm going to another one.
Cool, because
Like,
I vaguely remember this hand.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're about to get wrecked, and you're about to just tie it up on us.
Disclosure.
Yeah. Let's go. Just do something near the top.
Okay. 235 Vegas, or we can do Assassin. Oh, you don't want to do Assassinato.
Yeah, his volume's too low unless he's changed it.
These are all the same tournament. 600 win, 1,000 lives. 600 win, 1,000 lives. It's all the same. There you go.
Can you do 664?
660. Yep.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Here we have ace king offsuit in the hijack seat. Everyone folds to us. Should we fold, call, raise to 300, or raise to 400?
Even you got.
I think these quiz, like, I think they could, a lot of these quizzes, not just this one, but I think they could, like, just say, all right, we opened here. Let's go to the next part of the quiz, right?
Yeah, well, the funny thing is that some people just, well, everybody's opening this. So we're all going to get this right.
Example of, like, everyone's just opening.
Yeah. All right, let's just hit 400. Everybody's going 400, I think, in a live tournament. Deep. There's no discussion point here. We have ace king. We're going to make a bigger size than 300, and we're going to get a perfect score here. So let's do it.
Cool. I like that plan.
Nice spot just to make a standard raise to about 3 big blinds. Min raising has merit if you think your opponents will just call with all sorts of garbage against a min raise, but will not call with all sorts of garbage against a larger raise. Usually, though, for the most part, you're going to find that just sticking to about a 3 big blind raise, maybe even a touch bigger, like 3.3 big blinds, is ideal whenever you are very deep stacked. So we do raise it up. We get 2 callers from the button and the big blind. Button is a loose aggressive player. Flop comes king 7-2, and that's me.
Excuse me.
Should we check, bet 500, bet 1,000, or bet 1,500?
All right, Matt out there betting 1,500. Cyrus bet 1,000. All you guys betting big.
Hold on.
Pot.
There we go.
2/3 pot is what I see a lot of in the chat.
Yeah, I see a lot of. I see 1,000. I see a 500.
I see 2,000, 3,000s, and a 15.
15, huh?
Pot. I myself and know what I'm gonna do, but I'm waiting for some more answers in there. What are y'all doing? I see a handful of you.
Noisy Mind. I got my own machine gun Marlin in my chat. Noisy Mind is starting to put himself out there. It's just getting it in. 1,500, he says. You got 1,000, couple 500s. I think I know what I'm doing here as well.
Joe says he likes to go third pot in these spots. Oh shit, 15 is an overbet. Didn't see the pot size, says Matt. Just blindly firing. 1,500 ace king. Yeah. Part of me wants to check raise, but I am betting 1,500 here. Marlon, talk to me about the check raise. I mean, my first question to you is this the nuts? So, yeah. I'm betting 500. Dry board.
So am I.
Want to get called? Betting 500, bombing turn. Let's go.
Our hand does not need protection.
Nope.
We do always want worse hands to continue, including some worse pairs. So I think if we go 1,000, we start to lose hands like pocket sixes, pocket fives. Whereas you may find those hands might call a little bit more often when we go 500, almost always. And we need value from those hands. The king's gonna continue no matter what, right? So
yeah, and like we're gonna get value now from a hand like tens, nines, eight, sevens, no, tens, nine, eight, sixes, where we want to get value now before scare cards come, and then random floats too. We'll get some of those as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I'm just trying to find a case to do anything else. I do not like checking. We need to bet for value. We're 264 bigs deep. Let's just start getting value.
You love it. I agree 100%.
All right.
So strong.
I'm going to say 500 here. Let's see if he decides to go 1,000 multi-way, and figuring a lot of those same hands that I'm afraid of losing are going to call anyway. So I think that might be interesting.
So Marlon says this is not the nuts, and we're deep, so we might want to slow play a little. This is damn close to the nuts. Close enough where I'm betting.
Yeah.
What board would we like to overbet flop here? With ace king, what would I overbet with? I don't tend to overbet flop, but if this was like, I don't know, king 10, two hearts, two spades, two clubs, like then I'm definitely going big. 2/3 pot-ish. 60% to 2/3 pot-ish because it's so wet. So boards like that where it's super, super wet. King 8, 9, two spades. I'm going big.
Her hand doesn't need protection as well.
As well as putting value into eliminate to 1-on-1. Yeah, except that's just too big. I think when we bet 1,000 here, we just bet out. So many things don't continue.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go with 500, boys. Let's do it.
This is a spot where we are going to have a pretty substantial range advantage here. I mean, obviously the player on the button could have a decent amount of kings, but for the most part, both of our opponents are just going to miss here. So for that reason, we want to be betting very frequently and using a small size. So I like a bet of 500. There is merit to betting a little bit bigger, like 1,000, if you can just kind of look and tell your opponents like their hands, right? Like say you can just look and tell someone has a king, or they're not going to fold. You might as well just bet a little bit bigger. But for the most part, I think 500 is fine. I definitely don't think you want to go too big, because then you may end up like making a king fold to a turn bet or to a river bet. And you want to make sure you just get 3 streets of value here with this very good hand. I bet 1,000, which I think is a little bit big, but certainly acceptable. The button calls, and the turn is another king. Should we check, bet 1,000, bet 2,000, or bet 3,000?
This is where it's going to get interesting.
We get to just get saucy little spots, just fun little spots all day. I like it.
This game is easy.
Yeah, it is. Easy poker, easy game.
So here's where I think I might differ from Jonathan. I'm not sure if he's going to go small here to eke him along or pumping up a little more. Like 3,000 is too much, right? 2/3 pot is too much. So it's between 1,000 and 2,000.
I'm always going to.
Oops. But I have 3 1Ks in the chat already and a 2K from that. I'm going 2K as well. Because now I'm like, shit, if he's got a king, cool. If he's got something like 9s, 10s, jacks, he's never folding. So, yeah.
I mean, we're still getting a lot of value from the 2,000, where I still think he might call a little bit wider with 2 than he will 3. And if he's going to call 2 and 3 with the king no matter what, but we're sometimes going to lose some of the pairs for 3, let's just bet 2, right? 1 seems too small if he's continuing with all those. I don't know.
I agree.
I think 2.
100% agree.
All right, let's see if anybody else. Somebody says check. You know I did some of these. Okay.
Oh, check. Bet the
Mr.
nuts. I have a
Dr.
command
DJ
in
says
my
two.
chat now. I have exclamation point nuts in my chat now.
Bet. Is it just
He just
bet
says bet the
exclamation point?
nuts! Exclamations all over it.
I love it. All right. Yeah, I mean, I think two's good. I think I'm gonna go two. I'm just seeing if anything else rolls in.
Hope says not
3K.
worried about the flush, so I'm going for thin value bets, build pot up, and probably another thin value bet on river. Cool. I definitely agree with that logic. I just think we can get more value. I don't think you're getting max value if you don't go 2K. Pinks in 2K, nuts is in 2K. I like it.
We're deep. He's going to pill more even if he thinks he's behind. So some people are just making cases for 3K. Yeesh. Kind of. I want all the value. Trust me, I want all the money. But man, oh man, are we missing value if he just has a king? Maybe slightly, maybe 1,000. But...
How would a 1K bet look to?
All right, let's do two.
Value-y? Oh, how would a 1K look to value-y? I mean, they're just gonna have a hand they're gonna call with, or not, right?
We're betting. We're leading out of position, damn near full pot on a paired board. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks great. Oh shit!
I didn't see what happened. You all right over there?
Whoa!
Oh, his whole system's fine now.
Did you see that catch? Did my shit break?
He's having a rough week. His whole setup almost folded up. He's covered in paint. He's been painting his house.
Yeah, I'm still old. Yeah. Well, that was a sweet catch. Yeah, I'm just gonna go two. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, insane catch. Holy fuck. All right.
Well, now I have the best hand pretty much every time, unless the opponent has exactly sevens or twos, which, could be the case, but a lot of people just raise those on the flop. So we want to bet for value. The question is, are we trying to get called by like pocket eights or 8-7, or are we trying to get called by a king? And if you think about it, the opponent's range is way more likely to be a marginal hand than a great hand. If we thought our opponent had a king, we could certainly bet like 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000, whatever, because no one's folding a king, right? But for the most part, if your opponent is likely to have a marginal hand, you don't want to go too big. So I think a bet of 2,000 is pretty nice. Maybe even like 1,700 or 1,600 would be ideal, just to really make sure your opponent doesn't fold out hands that are drawing nearly dead that have a little bit of showdown value, like 8-7. So I think I like a bet of 2,000 of these options. You may say, why not bet 1,000, right, to really keep them in? I think you'll find a lot of people just won't fold a medium pocket pair or a 7 for a 2,000 bet. If you find that your opponents are always folding those hands to that bet size, then it could certainly be better just to bet really small, like 1,000. The problem is you don't really know what they're folding when they fold, right? So it's a very hard thing to actually gauge, but at least in my experience, when I bet about 2/3 pot here, or even a little bit less, they're going to stick around with most medium strength made hands. So I do bet 2,000. Opponent calls. One benefit of 2,000 as well is if the opponent does have a king, you just get more money in the pot than if you bet 1,000, right? Because I do think on a lot of rivers, a 7 will fold to a bet, whereas a king just still will not. So you'd rather the pot be bigger on the river so you can just realistically bet bigger. So river is the jack, so now we lose to king jack and pocket jacks, I suppose. Should we check, bet 3,000, bet 6,000, or bet 9,000?
Interesting spot. Interesting spot. How much you betting? 3K, 6K, 9K, 0K. What y'all think? 6K or over bet? Says Matt.
There we go. Can you hear me, Toe?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. Is it must sound distorted at all? Sounds good. Okay. Never
Sound
mind.
good to me.
All right. Yeah, because that was a disaster. So yeah, we're getting some.
3K is a blocking basis.
I'm
I got a
torn.
3K, a 6K, a 9K, a 6K. Sticking to 3 value bets too. I think this one's a little bit tougher. So I don't know. I think in game I know what I'm doing. I think in game I'm probably going 9K to be honest with you.
Just targeting king, queen, and king 10.
I think I fired, and we're getting a shitload of folds except for when we're not. And so all the times we're not, I think I'm getting bet here a lot.
I'm getting
Yeah,
value.
3K feels a little small. We lose to just, well, like he said, some of the sets, and then King Jack. Some of the sets turn into full houses. Are we going to get called even wider? Is he still going to continue to call us with pocket 10s, pocket 9s, or something like that if we go 3? I kind of just want to go 6. Then when we get into the... He did call 2 bets, though.
Good.
Oh, fuck me. We just feels
I'm
like
real
we're
tossed up
losing
between
our
6 and
king,
9. So
queen.
I think
I'm
JL
so...
might go 6, but I go heavy. This
I'm
is like
so
my favorite
6 or
play in the world.
9. Yeah, I'm 6 or 9 here all day.
So
Fuck.
I go 9 here just because this is my favorite play, favorite spot in the world.
Yeah, I think I go 6 here too much. I'm so likely to go 6 right now. Are we getting called by anything for 6 that's not going to call 9? You know?
Yes.
Sheesh.
Pocket 10s.
Yeah, pocket 10s might call 6 a little bit more. Yeah. I don't know. Fuck. What do you guys think? Come on,
We
get
go
in
9
there.
and get jammed on. Do we call?
I want to see what the chat is. Just fucking put a 6 or a 9 in if you're lurking. What is your opinion on the spot? We're gonna go with somebody in chat. This is the spot to do it. 6-9. I'm gonna go with somebody. Let me know. 6K.
This still has like 9s, 10s, or King Jack. I mean, yeah.
9K.
It's also got King Queen,
God,
King 10.
dude, it's like equal between 6 and 9. That's funny. Like at my, what is your chat leaning on?
My fish stick's got a 6 in there.
What's up,
See,
man?
2, 3 6s, 4 6s, and a 9. And the only guy going 9 is the guy we study with. So that makes sense.
Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 6s, 5 6s, and a couple 9s as well. God damn, dude. 6 it is. I think more 6s are gonna win. Yeah, let's go 6.
I'm going to go 9 just because that's what I would normally do. I'm going to risk my perfect score here. But everyone's going 6. I wouldn't be surprised if Jonathan goes 6.
Tight guy, I go 6K. Yeah. All right, boys, 6K it is. Let's try it.
All right.
While we do now lose to a few more potential combinations of hands, we definitely need to go for a value bet, unless we can just tell our opponent is done with the hand if we put any money in the pot, but that's often very difficult to know if your opponents are competent. So I want to make a bet size that can get called based on what I think my opponent's range looks like. So if I think my opponent's range here is a lot of medium pairs, how much will that call? Well, maybe just nothing, but of the options I gave you, 3,000, 6,000, or 9,000, 3,000 is the one that's most likely to get called because it's the smallest, right? They'll be getting better odds. If you could bet even smaller, like 1,500, that might actually be okay if you think your opponent's range is almost entirely a 7. One nice thing about 1,500 is it may induce your opponent to bluff, given they are a loose-aggressive player. So it'd be quite nice to, at 1,500, have your opponent make it 10,000, and then you could just call no problem. I think 3,000 is fine. Maybe a tiny bit big. 6,000, I think, is fine if you think your opponent's range is mostly good made hands, or if they're just not the folding type, like they're a bit of a calling station. Same thing goes for 9,000, as they're just going to call you more and more often with a king, or maybe even just a hand like pocket 8s because they don't care. You should be more inclined to just bet bigger across the board. But I think in general, this is a spot where I don't really have a whole lot of bluffs. Like, what bluffs could I even have? I mean, I guess I could have busted heart draws, but that's about it. So I think I need to go for a relatively small bet. I do bet 3,000. And now, the opponent does something very odd. He makes it 7,000, almost a min raise. Should we fold, call?
I thought this quiz was over.
14,000, or go all in?
I thought this quiz was over. We got raised. What the what? Now what are you doing, Machine Gun? Joe's just calling. Cyrus just calling.
Imagine if you went to 9 and this shit happened. Oof.
I call.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but shit, at that point, you feel pretty fucked.
Nah.
He says,
It's got pocket 7s or King Jack. Help his mom. Like, I mean, I'm just going for it.
I know. I mean, yeah. What score did you get?
$1,000 live tournament. It's like an $11 online. Bet the over bet. Call the damn raise. Flip over King 10. Have a good day, sir. Beer table 3.
What point? Well, how many points did you get for that?
6.
We got it was
But
9 for it was 9K. Oh, 9 points for 6K.
yeah, and he said it in the thing. Like, if you think the guy's going to call, and my argument in this exact tournament too is like this plays a lot like a low stakes online tournament, and so these guys are going to call too much, or do weird shit like this, right?
Yeah, it's a lag player, so
Yeah, and it's a low stakes tournament, even though it's $1,000 for live. That's pretty low stakes. So yeah. Machine Gun says he might like a re-raise here. Question mark. Beat says jam. We still have 15K left at worst. And then a bunch of calls.
if we make it 14K, we're putting in another half his stack. It's go all in or call. Like I don't know about 14K.
Agreed.
Like,
Not gonna take a
7K
little
is
kickback.
just the old click back and for half his stack, maybe in the main or
Should be
something where a
being
guy's not going to
stronger
call.
when you do that. Do that. Name a bluff you do that with. No.
Yeah, on a river, clickbacks. Oof. I'm just calling.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're just calling.
Yeah. He's got his beat. He's got his beat. And if not, then we're just gonna take these extra chips and move on.
I mean, I think when we shove, we get worse to fold and better to call.
Yep.
He said I'd fold. People don't raise river offer enough, especially this small, interesting
So
god.
if you're
of
folding
the
this
belt.
hand on the river, you're only calling boats. Like, that's just too nitty of a range. We're top chips, top kicker. Like, we just can't be folding. It's like the ace on the river in the last hand when we had ace 3 with Jonathan. Like, we just cannot be folding hands that are this strong. You're gonna get destroyed.
What do you
Especially
get?
guys
What
like
kind
me
of
or
price?
sixes, like, we're gonna eat you alive.
Yeah.
Because for
You
me,
can't.
like, I just start betting. You start checking. I just start betting. Like, I don't even need to look at my cards.
Yeah.
You know?
This is just a call. I mean, we can't ever fold this. It's near the top of our range, like as well. I know we have some full houses, but we're getting 6-1. Yeah, I was trying to figure out the price. We just look at this. We got to call 4, and then there's 17 in there, and it's just let's just call.
Cool.
Well, this is not what I expected. Whenever your opponent min raises the river, first thing that should occur to you is that they could have the nuts, the potential nuts. So what are the potential nut hands here? King Jack, very obviously. Maybe like slow played King 7, maybe slow played pocket 7s or 2s. So if that's the case, we definitely do not want to re-raise or go all in. I think that would be a disaster. Obviously, if you thought your opponent would raise the river with any king, and they would play all sorts of kings pre-flop, and they would always raise them on the river, and they would always call a jam, then we start to get into an area where maybe you can justify re-raising. But at this point, our hand has become a strong bluff catcher. So with a strong bluff catcher, against someone who's generally loose and aggressive, if there is a time to make a call in these spots, this is it. The problem, though, is that do people really min-raise or close to min-raise the river as a bluff? And I think you're just going to find the answer is no. But I do think some people will overvalue the river with King, Queen, or King 10 some portion of the time. And, you know, there are some combinations of that. You also have to look at your pot odds, right? We have to put in 4,000 to win a 21,000 pot. So are we good here 20% of the time? I mean, probably. It's close, right? It's definitely not a slam dunk call or a slam dunk fold. So this is a tough spot, but I typically just call. Whenever I have some sort of a read on the opponent, like they are generally loose aggressive, generally splashy, generally capable of making aggressive plays, I just call a lot, especially whenever I could beat some value hands. This would be different if I had, let's say, King 3 suited, because then I lose to all the overvalued hands. At that point, I may actually start folding, because yes, it's still relatively hard for the opponent to have a king, but kings are the hands that make the most sense to raise. So if I had King 3, I think it's a fold, but because I have Ace King, it's probably a call. Even if I had a hand like King 9, that's probably a fold. So
See that.
that's probably right about the cusp. Assuming you think your opponent's not like insane. If you think they're insane and overly loose aggressive, then obviously you just don't fold any king. So we do call, and he had slow played pocket 7s. Notice this could have gone a whole lot worse if he just raised me on the flop and then blasted the turn and blasted the river. This is actually a really good spot for the opponent if we go back to the flop. Obviously, I'm going to be betting here very frequently. So if he raises 7,
Even better nuts. He could have got all the chips.
A decent chunk of the time. But if I do stick around, it means I have a king. And then, so say he raised at 3,000 on the flop, I call. Pot would be 4,000 more. Spot would already be 7,500. He could then bet If you have 21K left, you could then very easily bet like 5K on the turn and then jam the river and get stacks in. So it's always lucky when the opponent decides to slow play. For the most part, slow playing is very bad, and you should not do it. And this time it cost my opponent a full double up.
Hey, to stop slow playing and bet the nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying in my chat, like,
You
this
gonna
guy
learn the
lost
nuts.
so much value by not
Oh
betting
my
nuts.
god, bet the nuts,
He would have
boys.
stacked us.
In a 1K.
He
You
would've
just
stacked
bet the
us.
nuts.
Yeah.
It's such a dry board. I want to let my opponent, no, bet the damn nuts.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. We say it a lot. We've been saying it a lot in these quizzes. People are slow playing those aces on Jack 5-7. Bet the nuts. Look how much more value he got. Look how much value he lost. So you take something from this study stream today that's gonna make you some money. It's bet the fucking nuts.
Exclamation point nuts.
We just made somebody money today. I feel good about it.
Yeah,
I did my
we're
good
doing our
poker.
job.
Yeah, we're doing our job for the community. All right, let's see what else.
We got one or two more, I think.
Yep, one or two more. What else is new? Or do we want to give people a chance? Nah, you're gonna sign up for the quizzes. You got a lot of options. Did I pick the last one or did you pick?
I don't know. I think you picked the last one. We're staying away from Assassinato because we can't hear him. So let's go. What
I
about
wish Kate. Go ahead.
6v6?
636?
Yeah.
I've already done 636.
What about 633?
633. Ooh, I haven't done that one. Ace, 9, suited. We're playing a lot of deep stack poker today. I like it.
Yeah, most of these choices are. We could put it in a quest too, for some more rejammy type spots. Or
Yeah, we
spots
can
that like
create
you have
some
25
ourselves.
bigs and things get weird and you have to start pocket controlling, like shit like that.
Let's start marking them in our own study when we study for poker coaching ones, because we've had some good ones this week we could have used for sure.
For sure.
All right, let's do 633.
My next quizzes are definitely gonna have some ICM stuff in there and stuff like that.
For sure.
All right, 633. Is that what you said?
Yeah. All right, Journey. Have a good one, buddy. Enjoy the day, my man. Thanks for hanging.
All right, today we continue with the Win 600. We got another hand. We have Ace 9 of Spades in early position. Should you fold, call, or
don't give it away, Toe. Guys, what are you doing in chat? Who's folding? Who's calling? Who's limping?
I'm so excited I can't even contain
Don't
myself.
lose. What I'm saying is, don't lose control of your body, like you're capable of doing. Everybody's raising. This is good to see. And then we got a call. One call. Okay. The Minkster, thank you for that follow, man. Don't like limping. I normally fold this in EP, but I'm sure it's the wrong answer.
I got 300 streaming through my chat and one full.
Yeah, so this is a race for me.
Well, me too.
We're just going 3x. Suited ace. This is a good one as well. I guess if you wanted to fold some ace deuce, ace 3, if you're uncomfortable in those spots, we don't have to, but I'm probably going to open this.
We're 200 days deep. I'm opening every suited ace.
Yeah. Some people may not, though. I think you may not be making a mistake if you fold ace deuce and ace 3, especially if you're not strong post flop.
Sure.
But I'm probably going to open up everything else. So yeah, let's raise 300.
Cool. Travis Coffin, thank you for the follow, buddy.
There's no ante yet in the tournament, so I'm not opposed to a fold. I think ace 10 of spades is for sure a raise. But we're playing a $600 tournament that's pretty soft. I think we need to be raising it up here with the ace 9 of spades, which we do to 300. We get a call from the button, the button, and we go 3 ways to the flop. This first caller is a loose passive recreational. Flop comes 10-3 deuce with 2 spades, and should we check, bet 400, bet 600, or bet 1,000.
All right, here we go. Never fold. It's a great deep stack hand. Well, Matt was talking about folding that shit potentially, but he said this feels too soft too, and yeah.
I played this tournament. This is soft as hell. I mean, $600 live tournament in Vegas is as soft as it gets.
Yes, yeah. Plays like those Rio daily deep stacks. Those things are soft as hell, bro. But all right, we got some 600s. We got a 600 from BQ.
A
Got him to
couple
fill the betting.
600s and a check call.
Hmm.
Mm,
I just think I'm wrong in this spot.
you are.
No, you know where I'm at. We talk about it all the time. Why am I like this? God damn it.
Why are you so angry, buddy?
I don't know what's wrong with me. Why can't I just do the right thing in this spot?
Here's my thing. This is my general rule of thumb for spots like this with flush draws. If I can get it all in by the turn, then I'm going to bet this and jam turn. If I can't, then I am going to realize my equity by a check call.
There we have a strongish hand. We continue.
Or if I can jam it on the flop with a check raise, then I will do that the wall. But here, I don't really want to check raise and then get fucking 4-bet and then
Or a call.
now we're in this 200 blind pot on the draw. Like, I really want to realize my equity and keep the pot manageable.
Can we make a case for c-betting? Folding out hands that have just some equity versus us. Fold out some pairs that have us beat right now, under pairs and things like that. Rather than, and just start betting to build the pot. In the event we hit an ace or a spade, we can continue betting and getting value. Or should we be just checking and we have a hand that we can just check call easily? You know?
I really want to get to the river. Marlon says, sixes, come get on that machine gun train.
I know, bro. I'm fucked up in the head. I mean, if I was gonna bet this, I don't think I want to use a large sizing.
No,
I would be setting my price here and betting 400. That way I can call a raise, and if I go 600, they make it 21. The pot's starting to get bigger than necessary. If we go 400 here, they likely raise us to like 14, 1600. So better price to call. We still utilize some fold equity. And we can continue barreling and even some overcards on turns to bluff out some under pair to the 10x, as well. So I don't know.
Yeah, Matt says, with two players behind out of position, especially with the loose passive and the reg on the button.
Checker 4 for me. These are my options. Checker 4.
The difference is that like loose passive is gonna fold when he doesn't have anything and just call if he's got any piece of it at all. And then tight regular is kind of the same. Like they're almost played this hand the same way. So I can see some argument for c-betting because those guys aren't going to continue and aren't going to 3-bet you very much. If this was a lag guy and not a loose passive, yeah, you're right.
But the problem is, yeah, I mean, somebody said there's not too many 10x in opponent. There's definitely a lot of 10x. There's more 10x in their ranges than yours. Jack 10, King 10, Queen 10, suited and offsuit here on the button, suited primarily here. So yes, certainly a lot of 10x's in their range. So yeah, I think I should be checking here. I look at this shit and I think check. Or if I'm betting, I'm going small. So let's check and see what happens. I like 400. Nobody else has checked.
The only person in my chat who checked is someone we study with.
And everybody else in my chat here is...
Everyone bets to the flush draws.
Everybody, 604.
Yeah, I have balanced ranges here.
Yep. Because we're going to be able to check back some hands we give up with and hands strong enough like this where we continue with.
Yep.
And have nuts. All right, let's do it.
He likes the bet.
Very dry board, other than the flush draw. Very likely to miss both players. And we have the nut flush draw. So I think this is a pretty easy bet. I'd be more apt to check a hand like ace jack, ace queen, or ace king of spades, which have the 2 overs to go with it. But with the 9 of spades, we want to start putting pressure on hands like jack 10 of spades to get them to fold on later streets. So I like betting. I think 600 is the right size, just over half pot. We're 3-way, so we're going to be using slightly smaller sizings. Betting 1,000, since it's such a dry board, I don't hate it because that way we can start to put a lot of pressure on hands like 4s through 9s through multiple barrels. I don't think betting 400 at a score of 5 accomplishes much, and checking, like I said, preferred if we have the 2 overs to go with it. We bet 6, and the button calls tight or regular. Turn is a 6 of clubs, which So we check, bet 800, bet 1600, or bet 2400.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of stand by my check, to be honest. But I do see the argument. Now we get in a weird spot. Like, are we betting now? What are we doing, guys? Check from Cyrus. And then check calling, I imagine, Cyrus?
Oof. We got a 2 for that. That hurts. That hurts the soul.
I mean, I kind of still stick to it. I mean, I think it's okay. I really do. I do see his argument, but like, what are we doing now? We're gonna double barrel, right? And we got to size up, right?
That card doesn't change anything. All of his underpairs are still continuing. All of his 10x are still continuing. He shouldn't have.
Check call.
I mean, I don't know. So, do we just check call 2300?
You know, in my game too, I don't, especially when I'm bluffing or semi-bluffing, like I don't have a lot of bet checks with my semi-bluffs. Like usually when I bet check, it's because I bet as a bluff and then picked up showdown value. You know what I mean? I'm like, oops. All right, I guess we're going to showdown value.
Right.
I don't usually bet check like a semi-bluff like this. So I'd imagine he's got to go 1600.
It feels like it, right?
Yeah.
But this card, I mean, still some of the
All you guys
underpairs.
are check calling to try and
And
realize
you know what's
the equity
beautiful?
of the river. Like I was doing the same thing since I was doing it on the flop.
I love it, chat pros. You guys did it. You guys did way better than us. Damn near all my chats hit 4 and 600 there. So good job, chat pros. I love it. Well played. I don't know about when we put ourselves in this spot. That's why I stopped
Putting yourself in
always bet.
Right, you too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess we barrel. Somebody saying block bet. I check call, keep the pot in line, so we're not just because it really sucks. And I think we put like when we run some of these kind of spots, Pio would hate to just get raised off this equity.
Yep.
So maybe just check calling is fine. Somebody's firing another bullet, 1600. He's not folding. Oh my God. The answers are all over the place in this. Everybody's look how complicated this spot has got for everyone.
Tom says check pocket control. If we bet and get 3-bet, we are forced to fold. Kind of agree. Kind of why I check flop.
All right. Well, it's interesting, but I really am looking forward to Mac's explanation. No matter what we decide to do here. I'm not sure. This card, we just start repping overpair, and at least we have some equity. And if he does right, he likely has just like a set. 4-5 also got there, which
There's
he has
some argument where if we bet here, we can get 8s, 7s, 9s, 5s, things that are going to float us for 1 to fold.
Yeah, I guess. All right, well, let's go 1600.
It didn't sound like I sold 6s on that at all. He's like, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I am gonna bet. I mean, it just may. I think if we go down that line and we still, we're just gonna make some of his underpairs indifferent and still be able to rep like a king, a queen, an ace, and spades on the river. If we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, let's just do it right. Like man, the fuck up. Check and realize equity. Button has all the sets. He has all the sets. He has 4-5s. He has 10x's. And we can just check call a reasonable size bet, huh?
Yeah, Matt's saying bet because we basically narrow his range to strong 10x and overpairs and stuff like that. Yeah, I kind of am on that train as played. Joe says he probably times out figuring out what to do. I like that move, strong.
like I'm doing right now. This is
strong.
All right.
Could have avoided all this
with
full pretty jellyfish guy. You can't be results oriented. Bet flop, check call turn, get your equity, get in spots. You can't win spots you're not in. So like there's a weird balance there. You don't want to overplay hands, but ace-9 suited too good, man, too good.
Yeah, fuck that.
First hand in the 6 MDS Satty, kings open, player jams, call via ace queen, turn ace. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Cool. So I don't know.
I think the pile
checking. So I'm lost because I don't play this hand this way. So I guess I'll go with the chat and check. But if I did play this hand way, I would absolutely be betting, trying to get 8s and 7s and shit to fold.
I'm gonna. This card is kind of bad for our range though, so I'm gonna check as well. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna go 16. Oh fuck me. All right, I'm gonna make a spaz. I'm gonna spaz out and then see what happens.
Cool. I would spaz playing it this way, but I wouldn't play it this way. Where'd he go?
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna hit a button between 16 and check.
Got it.
All right.
Interesting spot here. I think it's close between checking and betting very big, and starting to polarize our range to like ace, like king 10 or better, or like our stronger tens and like overpairs or better. Obviously, the 6 completes 5-4 suited, but that's only 4 combos plus 5-4 spades is probably likely, or 5-4 hearts are probably likely to raise the flop. So we can discount those a little bit. Probably only 2 full combos of the 5-4 suited. So a lot of his other range is going to be hands like 4s through 9s and like 10s. So we can start to put a lot of pressure on those hands. So I like either checking or betting 2,400. I don't like the small size of 800 at all. Betting 1,600 is fine, but I think betting 2,400 or checking are both really good options. Here, I decided to check. Our opponent bets 1,500. Should we fold, call, raise to 4,500, or raise to 6,500?
What y'all think? There's no question, right? We're just calling. We're always calling with the nut draw.
I mean, yeah, we're not even gonna spend too much time here. We're gonna call. I don't know. I mean, anybody have a fold? Just call. Yeah, for sure. Mengster, I agree. Call. Easy call.
Look, he says, don't care what Jonathan says. He's not that great at all, in my opinion, except that he's got like $10 million in winnings. Tracked, on not including cash games. So there's that.
Pastor says 2,400 was my top 4 choices. Yeah, mine too, man. Yeah, we just call here, boys, and see what happens. Let's do it.
To 6.5 is okay. I mean, are we getting something to fold? Like, sheesh.
We're making worse hands. Well, we make some hands better than ours for it occasionally. That might just stab, but fuck that. All right, let's do it.
We're calling. There's no raise here. We have to call.
Another interesting spot here. We're never folding, and I think it's close between calling and check raising. Like we were going to polarize with a big bet or a check here, and when we do check, we're going to have a decent amount of strong check raises to get him to fold out his like 7s through 9s that are protection betting, or maybe 4s and 5s that are starting to bluff here with the gut shot. So I think calling is a very, very good option, and I think raising to either 4,500 or 6,500 are also very viable options. Probably raising the 6,500, that would make the pot like 16,000, and then we could shove the river for like 12,000 to get him to fold like queen 10, that decided to peel the turn. But I don't think he has a lot of nutted hands here other than 4 or 5 suited. But the only problem with raising here is if we raise and get shoved on and have to fold our hand, that really sucks, which makes calling an attractive option. Choose to call. The river is the deuce of hearts. Should you check, bet 1,500, bet 3,000, or bet 5,000?
Lee, what do you think? Oh, well, no, let's see what chat thinks about this spot. So here's our options, boys.
3K to win, says Cyrus.
So just lead 3K after we take the most awkward line in history of the game.
Yeah. I mean, I check call flop, check call turn, check give up river. This is easy for me. But as played, this gets hard.
Oh, yeah, we check flop, didn't we?
We bet flop.
We bet flop, check turn.
Check call turn.
Why would we ever check an overpair on the turn?
We wouldn't.
So that really caps our range. And then the check call with ace high when we're blocking the flush draws.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Check call flop, check call turn, give up river. Easy peasy. I'm going to run this one in Pio. I actually made a note because I really want to know.
Yeah. About our flop decision, right?
Flop decision, yeah. And then
well, you know,
go this route. I'm going to do it for like how I would play it. And I'm going to put options in for how, this is Matt, right? How Matt would play it.
We can't solve it in Pio because multi-way, right? So we're going to just make it a heads-up pot. Oh, we can give 2 opponents
Yeah, because I don't think it matters when the other guy just gave up, right? Like, so we'll just take him out of the pot
That's fair.
and adjust ranges accordingly.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair. I mean, it holds a little weight, but not really. You know, the pot size is just what's different, and I think ranges can be the same. So
Check fold, check fold, check fold. Rabbit raise. I love to punt chips off. Fair.
openly weep, openly start weeping at the table.
Openly weep. I like that move. That's as strong as like fold, but give a glare to the dealer.
Like just start glaring at the dealer. Just
Openly weep. I
does
love it.
any bet
15
look like a
points.
bluff? I think every bet looks like a bluff to me.
Yeah, especially when we bet flop, check call,
Draws,
turn. Like we
miss.
have a flush draw. Always. Always, always, always. Or pair of eights, pair of nines, pair of sevens. Like those are the two. That's the range of hands we have right here. And
Yeah.
actually, no, because we called the turn bet. So like we have literally sevens, eights, nines, weak ass 10 played terribly, or a flush draw. Like that's it.
Right.
Our hand is face up.
All right, fuck it, man. I'm just checking. I think my hand just gonna look so bluffy, dude. All right, let's check, boys, and
Raised
just
or bet turn, we continue to destroying on the river, bet big. Sure, there's some argument for that. Checking the turn just destroyed the hand, in my opinion.
yep.
All right, let's check.
Similar to the last hand that I did, this is a 100% check spot with range. The deuce of hearts does not change anything, and when you check call out of position and a brick comes out, you always want to be checking to the aggressor. So all other options are 0, and checking is a 10. So we do check. And now the tight regular bets 2,200. Should we fold, call, raise to 7,500, or go all in?
Beats is like a game. I'm probably betting every street and giving up to the raise. The problem with that is when we bet flop, bet turn, and get to the river, when we have all the spades, beats,
All
like
right.
what is calling flop and calling turn that's folding on the river? Nothing. So that's the problem with going that way. So if you bet flop, bet turn, and then gave up, I could see that. But I don't know that this is a 3-liner because I don't know what the hell's folding by the time, because we have all the spades. Fold, speech, then fold. You dirty rat, and fold.
Hollywood,
Violently
tank,
throw your hand in the
speech,
muck.
fold.
Absolutely.
You know, if this was some of these cats in live, if this was live, there would be a Hollywood, a speech, a show of the ace of spades, and then a fold. Like, and waste 3 minutes of everybody's time.
Stare you in the eye for 10 seconds.
Yeah, like, God, get the hell out of here and just fold your shit, bro.
How sick is a jam here? Very.
Hey, Vicky, thanks for that follow. And then we get Pastor with the sub. Good looking out, my dude.
Poker says King 10. Yeah. King 10, Jack 10, Queen 10, all those 10.
Shit, that buddy.
Beat says rip cards and storm out. I like it.
Yeah, we're just gonna fold. Yeah, I think we just fold. Easy fold. We're blocking flush draws. We beat stone bluffs. That's it.
Snap fold.
Yep. All right, let's fold.
Yeah.
I think we have a very clear fold here. We beat a few hands like Queen Jack of Spades, King Queen of Spades, King Jack of Spades, etc. 9-8 of Spades. But the big thing here is his bet sizing. So on the turn, he bet 15 into 23. So like 70%, 65%. And now he's betting like 30%, 35%. It's kind of a weird line to be bluffing, going from 65, 70% to 40%. So I'm pretty sure this is thin value, like Jack 10, Ace 10, something like that. So folding, very good. Calling, very bad. I did give some merit to going all in because reading into his bet sizing and being pretty confident that it's thin value. If you want to shove, I could get behind that a little bit, but not the best hand to shove because we block a lot of his automatic folds like Ace, Jack of Spades, Ace, Queen of Spades. Those are types of hands. So I'd much rather do this with like Ace 4 hearts rather than the Ace high spades. So we went and folded, and yeah.
Don't fucking jam here, Marlon. Period.
Have some very good points. I don't think about enough. He made some good points, like betting pattern recognition between him going big on the turn and then downsizing on the river. Really looks like a value bet. So that's a little pattern recognition I don't take into consideration enough when deciding to hero call on the river. And I think he makes a very good point there between somebody sizing up on the turn there and then on a sizing down a little bit on the river, but very interesting. You
Yeah.
got time for one more?
I got
you
one
can't
more in
come
me,
back.
and then I got to clean up the backyard before Mrs. Toe kills me.
What was your score there?
50.
We got the same score, but I am up 2-0 in one tie.
What? This motherfucker's coming after me. All right, let's do it.
All right, one more. Yeah, my wife just got here, so I'll pick, and it will be pretty quick. Should we end on the cash one?
Sure.
All right, we're gonna play some 100 cap with Evan Jarvis. I was listening to some Evan Jarvis's podcast this week. He's got some good stuff out there, man. He's got some good content. I enjoy his work. But let's do a cash hand to end off this session. And we're going to be doing some 1-2. Everybody in the world's played 1-2, boys. Everybody.
What number are you looking at?
651, I'm sorry.
651. Gotcha.
All right, let's do it.
Hello, everyone. Evan Jarvis here for Pokercoaching.com. Today we're reviewing a hand from a 1-2 no limit game played at the CNE Charity Casino where there is a $100 maximum bet per street. In this hand, pretty new to the table, don't have any reads on anyone other than they're just 1-2 players at a charity casino. Got Jack 10 suited under the gun. What should you do? Should you fold, limp in, raise to 7, or raise to 12?
It's a live 2 games.
Streaming in the chat. Yeah, I mean,
Seven.
this is the same spot we covered, right? We're super deep. Going to raise a little more in 3x. 7 seems good to me.
I've been in games, and I play, every time I come out to Vegas, I'm pulling a couple 10-hour cash sessions, 12, 14-hour cash sessions. Mm-hmm. So I fucks with cash. And there are tables in situations where I'm going 12.
Here? Under the gun with Jack 10 suited?
In some tables, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It depends on how the table's playing. But yeah. Or, when 1-2 games playing like a 2-5 game, certainly can go 12. But 7's just going to be what it is.
I think so too.
Yeah, there's a lot of 12s in these games.
7. Jellyfish folding. Again, I think that's too tight.
Yeah, I mean, in cash, this is like the hand.
In tournaments, I'm opening this too.
Yeah, it's tournament cash, Jack 10 suited, and the spectrums of hands we want to play when we play poker has to be played if we get the opportunity, especially first in, under almost all circumstances.
This deep, we can play all suited paint, all suited aces, pairs, 7s or better.
We got to remember it's cash as well, so we got to be careful.
Wow.
Well, we can play all that kind of stuff, but we just have to, our range wants to be a little bit tighter with the rake and the fact that we're going to be playing pots out of position, so we don't want to have reverse implied odds a lot and get in sticky spots.
Tom says it's an open in tournaments, and MTT is an open under the gun, and a cash is a fold, I think is what Dom's saying.
And what, this? A fold in cash?
I think that's what he's saying. He said MTT twice, so I think he typoed it. I'm not sure which one.
Let's snap go 7 and then get scolded if we're wrong, but I think we're good. All right, let's do it.
All right, I'm going 7.
Jack 10 suited is about the bottom of my under the gun playing range. In games where I have no reads, can make a royal flush though, can make top pair a lot of ways, flush potentials. More knights straights than any other hand, as Doyle Brunson taught me. It's a great hand. It's not a monster hand, it's not aces, but it's a great hand. Definitely worth playing. So we're not going to be folding. It's a hand that I think is strong enough to limp in. And if you're someone who's cultivating a limping range, pairs, strong suited connectors, suited aces are all fine hands to have in that limping range. Personally, if I don't know anything about the game, I'm more likely to come in for a standard raise than to mix in a limping range. So I like raising here. 7 is the size of the pot. It's enough to thin the field and also build the pot. I think that 12 is excessive until I know more about the game and the players. So we make it 7. Get a call from the hijack, call from the cutoff. Flop is Jack, 8 of diamonds, 3, giving us a backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, top pair. Actions on you. What should you do? Should you check, bet half pot, bet full pot, or bet 1.5x pot?
Mm-hmm.
BT, I hear you, man. I would full Jack 10 off as well. Yeah, it's pretty good. So this is where I might differ from Evan.
Yeah, I got some ideas on how I want to proceed here as well.
Marlon says $12.
Okay.
But
What are you guys doing?
half pot.
BBQ says 12, so go at half pot.
Joe says not loving the kicker, but flush draw makes it worthwhile. Fair.
Anybody going?
Mentality.
Ooh, player says, "What's up, player? Welcome, man. Welcome to the stream." You say check. I see players bet 36 here, but I'd bet 12. Dr. HJ says a dozen nickels.
Matt says shit kicker, check back.
Kicker concerns. I know what you're doing here, and I think I'm doing the same thing.
Shit kicker, check back is what I'm doing.
I mean, yeah, we have a hand that is strong enough to check call. It's not as our hand does kind of need some protection, but the problem is they're going to have better Jack X. Are we betting for value? Are we betting for bluff? We have a very easy check call. We're going to end up. What are we going to do on turn? It's like a marginal made hand at a position to two players who can have a Jack X that's better than ours, and we're not necessarily getting protection or value. We just don't know.
Yep.
I like to check in. This is very good to mix in as well because some 8X, some hands that are worse than ours might start betting as well. And we just have very easy calls and our hands can improve.
I got a couple of checks streaming in and then a shit ton of 12s.
Yeah, I mean, most people have said check, but we got a couple guys in here that says check. So player in baseball says check. Yeah, I like a check here, to be honest.
I do too. I'm going to go 12 because the Army went 12, but I am checking this also.
Yeah, I'm going to check this and then check call, very easy, and see what happens.
I mean, you want to have some top pairs in your check back range too. It's a little bit about balance besides the fact that we want to control the pot as well. We want a little deception in our game. We want some top pairs in your check back. Like, if you're not checking this back, you're betting every jack you open from under the gun.
Well, I got a question for you. Like, how many streets of value does our hand have right now?
2.
Maybe 2, right? Yep. Maybe 2.
Yep.
It's 1. I mean, it's for sure 1 and a maybe 2. And I don't think I think if we bet here, we can get put in an interesting spot a lot in terms of both players call. We're just always checking. So I want to check here, and we're going to check call easy for sure.
That's what I would do in game 1,000%, but I'm going to go 12 just because the Army said so.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
It can be tempting here to kind of go into a pot control mode, thinking, okay, well, if I bet, what worse hands are going to call me? You know, I have one of the worst jacks. People aren't in there with Jack 9 suited. They're going to have Jack Queen suited, King Jack suited, Ace Jack suited, things like that. And that's true. But in this situation where we have a jack, there's a jack on the board, not that many jacks left. These guys are more likely to have other suited aces, suited broadways, suited connectors, 9-10s, 8-9 suiteds, pocket pairs, 10s, 9s, 7s, 6s. So those second pair hands are hands that we can beat, or worse hands that will call us. And also they can have just overcards, some gut shots, not a ton, but some gut shots. And we don't really want to let those hands get a free pull. So if we check, we both cap our range and give our opponents a free chance to outdraw us, and we don't get as much information as we do if we bet. So for that reason, I don't like checking, even though it's tempting here. Maybe if we were in position, but definitely not out of position. In terms of bet sizing, I think the overbet is overkill, and maybe something we do if we had like pocket 3s here or pocket 8s here. But with this hand that's kind of mediocre, I think that kind of a half value, half block bet is going to be ideal. So 12 is the best play, with 24 being second best. 24 will get more folds from overcards, and 12 will get some worse hands to call and some folds from overcards, especially since it's three-way. It also gives us a better price on our backdoor draws and whatnot. So we bet 12, and both our opponents folds. Seems like a very simple hand. Raise pre-flop, take it down with a c-bet after flopping top pair, but there's a lot of value to be had just from even looking at the most basic of hands and asking, why am I doing what I'm doing? And if you can't put reason behind why you're doing what you're doing, there's a good chance you're doing something wrong. Whereas if you can validate for specific and clear reasons why you're doing what you're doing,
then it's likely a good play. And also, you're getting the educational benefit of developing your poker thought process, which is going to pay off in all future situations as well.
Well played, Vince. I'm super surprised they folded. Me too. Cash game guys just folding anything here. How is King 10 of clubs not continuing? What the fuck? I'm like, all right, but that was interesting. You probably got to go get to work. Till you want to roll it, or what do you want to do?
Yeah.
I could send them. Cool. Well, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up this week. We did another 2 hours, so it was some good shit. It's a good time. Like we said before, make sure you can get a lot of this content for free. I believe with the free account, you get 25 free quizzes. We shout it out every week. So if you're in my chat, exclamation point PC, in Toe's chat, exclamation point PC in there as well. Get access to these quizzes. Look how many we've done. It's good content, man. You get access to the charts as well, a lot of tools, webinars. I mean, it's just a lot of great content, boys. So I would make sure to get in here, check this shit out. And yeah, man, make sure to give us some follows as well. We love doing this. You're welcome, buddy. Thank you for hanging out. We're both going to be putting in big sessions tomorrow, winning majors. And yeah, man, you got anything to add, Toe?
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys missed this, because Dom's saying this was such a good way to study, and that he sucks that he missed a bunch of this, I record all of these and put them up on the YouTube channel. So you can watch this one and every single one we have ever done. Just put the link in my chat. And we do this every Saturday, noon Eastern. So don't miss out. We're getting better together. We're doing it every single week. And we're here for you guys. So make sure if you see something in the YouTube, you want to comment, you want some in-depth stuff, hit us up. We're always available. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on, well, hit me up on Facebook. I don't know what Sixes is doing about Facebook. We'll talk about that another day. But hit us up wherever you can find us. We're everywhere. And yeah, make sure you hit that link. Sign up for free. And I am going to give the $10 giveaway because Sixes whooped my ass this week.
We got him, boys. We got him. He's out there shouting out on social media how he's been kicking my ass. We got him, boys. Good job, Sixes chat. Let's
2 weeks
go,
in a row,
baby.
you got me.
All right, boys. I'm going to go ahead and kick over the host to my man. Make sure to hit that follow button if you're in my chat. Show my boy some love, man. He's been crushing the game. And you're going to be entered into a $10 giveaway if you go ahead and throw up the command. Yep. Do you ever study range charts? Yeah, we definitely do all this. Here's all these charts. This is all for free, guys. You get access to all these charts for free by creating an account. So please do yourself a favor and take advantage of these tools because it's just really good shit. If you're trying to understand what to do versus 3-bets and you're trying to strengthen your game, I mean, the shit's right here. Look at this. All this for you, free. Come on now, baby. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and drop that raid over. Thank you guys again. And yeah, enjoy your weekend. I might see you back tonight on the fucking grind. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy. All right, guys.
Man, I'll talk to you soon.
See you, buddy.
All right, guys. We'll wait for the Sixes guys to come over here. What is the deal with the people getting kicked off of YouTube? I'm not sure why they're getting kicked off of YouTube. No one is. They're not getting a response. So for right now, I'm posting shit on YouTube. But hopefully they don't take my stuff down. Unlike those other guys, I have all my videos backed up. So if I ever need to jump over to Vimeo or something because shit's going cray-cray, that's what we'll do. We're prepared. But yeah, that's the deal. Pro Math Poker going so much harder in the next. Poker is going to get so much harder in the next 5-10 years. Absolutely, it's gotten harder in the last 5 to 10 years. Incredibly. There's the host from Sixes, Scrappy. Past. Thank you for the follows. All right, guys, we're gonna kick this giveaway off. Create and start. It is costing you no tickets because this is the special one for our Pokercoaching.com. So if you just do !tickets space max, you will get 100 tickets to try and win $10 giveaway. $10 giveaway. So make sure you do ticket space 100 or !ticket space max will get it for you. Here they come, here they come, here they come. Everybody. Gouda, you might have to do ticket, !ticket space 99. You do. !ticket space 99, I'll get you there. Gouda. Beats, did you screw it up too? Nope, Beats is maxed. JPG, you need tickets, space 99 as well. Bovine, he's got 100 tickets. He's trying to cheat the system. Give you guys a few minutes to come in here. Rounder, get in there. Bovine's good. Come. Come. So we'll do a $10 giveaway. It's up to you. We can give it to you on PayPal or we can give it to you on ACR. Either which way is good. Make sure you're hitting the follow button and following us here. We'll be back live tomorrow playing all the big guarantees. All the big guarantees. So make sure you tune in for that as well. All right, guys, we're going to give it another like 2 seconds. And then we're going to run this because I got to clean up all the leaves in the backyard or Mrs. Toe is going to beat my ass. She's tiny and she's cute as hell, but you don't want to get that girl mad. No. Don't be scared. Or be scared, rather. Be scared. You'll take Pornhub credits. Done. I got a lot of those. I'm a Prime member. Not true. Deadfish says, I don't know what is happening. We're doing a $10 giveaway. Exclamation point space ticket or exclamation point tickets space max, and you will be entered into the giveaway. Jellyfish, I will either give you $10 on ACR or $10 on PayPal. My cash, gotten ticket problems. Mike, you are good to go. You're maxed out. You're maxed out. Noisy Mind, thank you for the follow. Thank you. All right, guys. Think we're running this sucker. You missed a space there, Jellyfish. Ticket space max. Kind of like you see up above. Exclamation point ticket space max. Did you get in? Let me see. You did not, so I will wait for you. There you go, Jelly. And I should see you. Oh, ticket with no S. Sorry. Like Dom just did. There you go. Just like Dom just did. Copy and paste that. Pass to get in there. Come. Wisco's in there. I'm waiting for. There you go, Jelly. Are you in? You're in. All right, cool. Jelly's in. We can run this thing now, huh? Alrighty. We got a bunch of people in it. We are going to close the giveaway and draw a winner. It is bang. Hold'em Nuts just keeps winning. He just keeps winning. Congratulations, just there you go. Make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you come back next week, Saturday, noon Eastern. And we are going to be doing this again. Plus, like I said, I record them and put them on YouTube so you can watch this and all of them. Highlight reels. I got some What Would You Do's, which is my little thing where we take spots that we got in the quizzes and ask kind of what you would do. So check all of that out. Plus, we are going to be live tomorrow playing for big money. And we are on some crazy heat in general. And in the last couple of sessions, it's been sick. Vice Chick coming in at the buzzer. What's up, Vice? Good to see you. Vice, we're having some people hang out at my house tonight. If you're in town and want to come, let me know. We're just chilling. So yeah, there you go. All right. Giveaway for you, Home Nuts. Hit me up somehow. You know how to find me. Let me know how you want me to send me the money. Probably for you, it's gonna be PayPal, I imagine. He said I didn't win. F you, I'm out. He's still gonna come to my house later for the free booze. He's not that mad. And that's it. I'm gonna throw the host over to Lime Ricky, good friend of mine and of the stream. You guys have a good time, and I will see you soon. Deuces.